On October 12th, the Ute Mountain Ute community in White Mesa, Utah held its annual spiritual walk in protest of the neighboring White Mesa Uranium Mill. They walked 5 miles from the town's community center to the mill entrance. Energy Fuels Inc. owns the mill, which is the only operating conventional uranium mill in the United States. Multiple environmental groups co-sponsored the protest, including Grand Canyon Trust, which has been monitoring the mill for years.
My name is Tim Peterson. I am Cultural Landscapes Director with Grand Canyon Trust, and I'm here today to support White Mesa concerned community and Ute Mountain Ute Tribe in the annual spiritual walk and protest from the community to the mill. So we flew from the Blanding Airport just a couple of miles south to White Mesa Mill. It's the last licensed operating conventional uranium mill in the United States. It was designed and built in late 1970s and licensed in 1980. It was originally supposed to operate for 10 to 15 years and then close and shut down, and now 44 years later it's still in operation. The last flight we did was this spring, and since then there's a lot more ore on the ore pad from the LaSalle complex mines, which are mines that are owned by Energy Fuels, the same company that owns the mill. And they've been stockpiling that ore in anticipation of running what they call a uranium campaign, which is where they process that ore and some alternate feeds also to make a product known as yellow cake, which is a precursor to nuclear fuel for civilian power reactors. Right. So Pinyon Plain Mine, formerly Canyon Mine on the south rim of the Grand Canyon, is also owned by Energy Fuels, the same company that owns the mill. So that mine, it's their intention to bring that ore here to the mill to process along with ore from other mines that Energy Fuels owns, and also mills that mines they've recently sold, and they have what they call tolling agreements with the new owners. As the price of uranium goes up, it was way up and now it's down a little bit. We anticipate, or at least they say, that they're going to start processing either later this year or into 2025.
Pinyon Plain Mine is located about 10 miles south of the Grand Canyon. The mine faced controversy in July when trucks hauled ore to White Mesa Mill, as the haul route runs through the Navajo Nation. President Boone Igren issued an executive order banning the uranium transportation shortly after the hauling occurred. Part of the haul route goes through Bears Ears National Monument, which is in close proximity to White Mesa. The monument has great cultural and archaeological significance to the Navajo, Hopi, Zuni, and Ute tribes who co-manage the land. Malcolm Leahy represents the White Mesa community on the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council. He is also a member of the Bears Ears Intertribal Coalition, a group that advocates for the monument's preservation. The Navajo Nation has high rates of cancer, which are associated with the legacy of mining on the land, resulting in over 500 abandoned mines.
And as I mentioned yesterday too, that it's heartbreaking to have a community member come up to me and tell me that he's got cancer. And the first thought from the doctors as they talked to him was, "You think it came from the mill?" So that thought, haunts me. And as I was reading this thing over here, it says without a lost time of accidents. And I don't believe that. I believe there was a lot of accidents. I've talked to tribal members from the Navajo Nation and even our people that worked there for a long time. They had no health coverage for these guys. They hired them because they knew that, that they could fire them if they wanted to. But if they hired an Anglo person, they wouldn't fire him. They would give him the coverage and tell him, go see the clinic or the hospital and send us the bill. But if it's a native, they told him you were fired.
As a reminder, we're all related, and good relationships take care of each other. And y'all are showing yourselves to be good relatives, and I'm just really proud, of this family and as how you have seen. Yolanda, his family and Thelma's family has gone through a lot of hardships, but I think that it's times like these that we can be the battery that they need, and to show them that what they are doing, is being seen. And I just want to thank all of the media and everybody for sharing things. I think that this is definitely something that we should be posting on social media and all those things, and educating people on what is actually happening here. I think that one of the most poignant things about this is, again, all of the uranium has to travel from where it gets taken from to here, which is, where our relatives live. And so just remember that, and I just pray blessings on all of you. And again, just a reminder that prayer can happen in a lot of different ways, and there's prayer and laughter, there's prayer and crying, and just be there, cry with each other, laugh with each other, and acknowledge each other. So just thank you, Cook White.